So in today's lesson, we are going to start working with Divi Builder for you to generate your All About Me page. So this will mean that you are going to have to add a page to your digital portfolio, and then if you have not already done so, you will have to make sure that you've activated the Divi Builder plugin. Before you do any of that, the resource that we're going to start with is actually this one, which looks at a variety of types of characteristics or types of roles that you have probably played as we've had lots of team and partner tasks. So what you'll need to do first and foremost, of course, is take the time to read through this document. Again, you have the handout in front of you right now, so feel free to pause the video if you would like, or you can listen to the rest of my instructions and then come back to it. Okay, so what you'll have to do is, looking at this document, decide which 3 of these team roles has most described the work that you have done, and it doesn't necessarily have to be only in digital perspectives. You can be thinking about the various teams that you've been a part of throughout the year, and of course this can include your service work as well as your activities, as well as mentor time and other subjects. So as you think about you and the work you've done this year, which 3 most feel familiar to the work that you have done? And then you're going to look once more at the list and pick the one that you want to strive to be by the end of the year. What you are then going to do is record the audio of yourself talking through your explanation, and your explanation should be roughly 3 to 4 minutes in length. Once you have the audio, and I'd recommend you simply use QuickTime to record, then you are ready to go over to your portfolio. So I'm going to log into my portfolio right now and show you how to add a page. You can go back to the Launching the Divi Builder plugin tutorial that's on our Google Slides. If you've not done that, that's a separate tutorial. But this video is assuming that you've already done that. So if you haven't, go back to the Google Slides, look at that tutorial, load the plugin, and then come back here. Okay. So this is one of the many portfolios that I work on. So if I want to add a page, there's 2 different ways I can do it. I can either do it from my dashboard, or I can simply come here to plus new, and I'm going to select not new post. I know that's what you are used to doing, but we're actually instead going to go to plus new page. And then I'm going to click use the Divi Builder. Okay. So there's a few things that you might want to explore. You'll notice that actually you have this option right here, load layout. If I click load layout, you'll notice that there are a variety of pre-made layouts. So as I scroll through here, I have lots of different options to choose from. And actually, this is really great because you'll notice they've already customized and picked different color schemes that work really nicely. And if you've not used Divi, this is actually a really great way to learn how to use various modules. So if you would like, you can actually start here, and you can just kind of move forward, and you can delete the modules that you are not going to use. So I'll scroll through here. As way of example, I will pick this one. Okay, so I click use this layout, and the layout has loaded. Now you might be thinking, okay, I'm not really sure what any of this means. I can see these different gray blocks, those are modules, and you'll notice that each of them has a different title. That's telling you what the module actually is. Now, there's quite a few here, and for today's class, you actually don't need that many. What I recommend you do is you click the preview button, which will load that page from the reader-facing view, and now you can see what the modules look like. So I know there's an image over here, there's text here. This is what's called a button module, so I can go back and I can customize accordingly. So I'm going to get rid of this for the time being. I'm going to get rid of this. I am going to get rid of this. I'm going to leave this because what you are going to be doing today is actually using the toggle module, and we're going to add in an audio module. So I click, let me just show you again. In order to add, where it says Insert Modules, I'm going to click Add. All of the modules are in alphabetical order, so I will select Audio. For the time being, I'm just going to call this, you can decide, but again, this is going to be based on your conversation on the team roles. You can give it your name if you'd like. And if I've already done the audio, again, you might have stopped and decided to do this one step at a time. This is where I would click to add the audio file. I can click here to upload an image. My recommendation would be you use Pexels, or perhaps you take a picture of yourself. I will click Save and Edit. I'm going to come here to Title. Put your name here, and you've got a few other options. If you feel like offering your nationality, mentor group, feel free to do that. Great. Save and exit. If I want to edit that picture, this picture that we see here, what I actually want to edit is the bigger block. So you'll see again, 3 lines means editable. So that's how I edited the title. When I want to make changes to the audio, I come in and I hit the 3 lines. And if I want to change the image, I click those 3 lines there. And this is where there is that background image. And that's where I could put in a picture of myself. Okay, so if I click Move to Bin, we're going to start all over again. So I will go Pages, Add New. I can do that from right here if I'd like. Once again, use the Divi Builder. Now I can actually just start here. So it's really up to you. If you want to play around and get comfortable using a pre-made layout, that's one way to go forward. Or if you just want to start with a blank canvas, you can also do that. So you'll remember that I mentioned for today, there are just 2 modules that you're going to have to get comfortable with, the audio. And again, I can decide if I want modules in different columns or if I want each to be quite large. So I will enter my audio module. Team roles. I can add my audio later on. And then I also want to use the toggle module. So we're going to use the toggle module for a set of isolated questions that you will answer about yourself. So what we will start off with, and the list is in the slides, is services I'm involved in. And down here is where I can list them. So I can list that I am a part of a drumming group. I am also a part of Boomerang Bags. And if those service groups have their own site, which they probably do, I can link to it. So if I wanted to do that, I know that Boomerang Bags, for example, has its own site. So I would get the link to my Boomerang Bags site, go back to mine, select the text, insert link, paste that in. And again, a reminder, I think this is always the nice thing to do to make sure it opens in a new tab. That is linked. If I wanted to add any images, I could also do that. But we're also going to play around with the design. So if I click design, I can pick the icon color. So I will set the icon color to be white, which means for my closed toggle background color, that's going to have to be dark, otherwise it won't show up. So I'm going to pick purple. For my closed toggle text color, it has to be readable over top of purple, so I will choose white. Open toggle background color, I'm going to leave as white, and then open toggle text color, I will leave as purple. So once I've done all of that customization, if I click here, it will let me preview and see what my work looks like. Great, so here is my toggle, and you can see what it's like, open or close. Great, save and exit. Now here's the thing, you might be thinking, I have to build quite a few toggle modules. I don't want to have to do that design customization every single time. The good news is, once you've put in the time and effort to customize a module, you can just copy it. So I am going to copy this 1, 2, 3 times. So now when I go in, it's copied everything over. All I have to update is the title and the content. The design will be the same. So just to show you what this looks like, I click preview. Here it is. Now I haven't added the audio yet, but that will get added. There's still more that I can do. So right now it's a plain background and that might be fine. Or I can decide actually that I would like the background to be different. I can use a picture. I can go to Pexels Video and I can add a video. I can do gradient color, or I can just add a solid color. So if I pick this option, I can choose a gradient. So I will select black and maybe gray. Save and exit. I can preview and see what that looks like. And you can spend an awful lot of time in Divi Builder playing around with that. So again, that's what the background color looks like. I could have added an image or a video, up to you. Okay, so today your job is to complete the audio, add it into your audio module, to also answer the questions and insert them as isolated answers in isolated toggle modules so that each of them will open up. So this is the question labeling the services that I'm involved in. That will open up and give that information. The slides have the rest of the questions that you will need to answer. Good luck.